And see the Ludlows on their feet in the stands as Ludlow lets out a let's go after strike number 2. Working quickly, toes the rubber immediately. Gets the sign and comes set with the 0-2. Just outside.
Just is a little generous, but I think another waste pitch there, Connor, trying to get Gonzalez swinging.
He's just trying to get these Wildcat fans all standing up as he gets the swing and the miss. Ludlow puts the Boxers away and finishes off the W for the final Wildcat home game of this 2024 season. Franklin ahead, though, 0-2, 2 outs to Klingelhofer. Smacks that one. It's got some loft on it. That one's going to be deep into left center field. A home run. Hunter Klingelhofer extending the lead for these Wildcats with a moonshot out into left center field. He watched one go over the wall earlier, putting his own one over the fence now as he's going to get all the love from the Wildcat faithful.
Today, he's 0-for-3 with 3 Ks.
And you felt the wind from that swing and a miss there. And the first pitch changeup from Orem, and gets another swing and a miss, and he can't help but smile on the mound as he knows he's beaten Stone 3 times already today. Working quickly, looking to give him the golden sombrero, and gets the strike 3. Yells over to the opposing dugout, showing him the business. Camden Orem, 8 innings, 2 runs. Linfield on top by 1.
Especially in the postseason.
As Nick Holm puts a charge into this one over the train tracks. Base, we're still knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Maris looking to give the Wildcats a 1-run lead, and that one sliced down the first base line past the diving glove of Jack McCullers.
Push it.
Joner scores easily. Maris going all the way around to third and is going to be there standing up. I don't think we'll be seeing Trent lay too many down. Yep, and Waynefield's got plenty of junk in the trunk. Sure, that one didn't leave too much of a mark.
Getting those squats in. That's why you do it right there, is in case the HBP happens.
100%. If you've seen those Major League Baseball players and how they fill out those baseball pants, if you need any reference, just take a peek over at Trent Waynfield on any given Saturday.
Lewis
smacks that one into left field. Garrett Ringer newly coming on into the game. The ball finds him right away, and he makes a diving play. And another big thing we forgot to mention, Johnny, for these people who weren't able to catch the first inning. So during the at-bat to Jake Hoskins to lead off the game, as that call gets reversed, Klingelhofer will come back to the dish. Starting catcher Jack Ray, Jr. from Sammamish, Washington, was crossed up with starting pitcher Will Clark and got one to the private area, and the bloodline for Jack Ray maybe suddenly shortened after today. We see him subbed out. Xander Detona going to be doing the catching for the rest of the game.
Cool tools. This guy might be the best on the team when it comes to a combination of power and speed.
Yep, and he's got those soccer cleats. Those are +5 speed. They haven't added them into MLB The Show just yet, but Kling's working on an NIL deal. Runner goes. Joner, throw down to second. Maris applies the tag. They got him! Just in time. Great throw from Joner. Great tag from Maris. Saves Orem in the 4th. Gets through it with the tie ball game. Wildcats will look to take the lead in the bottom half. And a strike 3 called, looking for Matthew Tashney, who's smiling into that UPS dugout. He's hyped up. First time I've seen the energy come out of him like that. Tie ball game going to the bottom of the 12th, coming at you on the LSN. These pitchers are providing a quality pace to this one so far as Holmes swings at the first pitch there, drives it deep out to left center field. Sangalang looking up, and that one's going to be a home run. Nick Holm getting himself on the board, getting the Wildcats a 1-0 lead as he strolls around the bases, and the Wildcats strike first here in game number 1.
Season. As he gets a big swing and miss by Gamachi, 1-2.
And there is that slider that was, we talk about guys with big fastballs being able to use that in the right situations, but Kovac, when he was still over the top, was still trying to find the consistency with his breaking pitches, and was one of the reasons why he wasn't able to get on the mound more, because he wasn't as consistent with the command. And that slider is taking on a whole new life here with the new slot. And Jaco's a guy who has the stuff to be a high leverage arm in this pen for Dan Spencer, and with some injuries early in the year to guys like Nick Alder, who we were expecting to see at the back end of games, Coach Spence needs some more guys to rely on. Brian Mannion has stepped up, tallied those 2 saves in the last weekend, and has been a dependable strikeout guy out of the bullpen. And Jet Jaco has a high-velocity fastball. He'll sit in the mid-8s, and he'll run it up to the high 8s, and he's got a good over-the-top curveball that has been the pitch that's developed for him over the years that he really needs to lock in with. And if he can start throwing that secondary pitch for strikes, he's going to be trouble, and the Northwest Conference won't even know about it. And the Wildcat bullpen, after we've talked so highly of them during that big winning streak in that series, 34 runs given up in 27 innings, so not where they want to be. And in this last 5-game losing streak, they've given up 52 runs in those 45 innings. But everyone going to be available today for this midweek matchup in the very last game of the series. And everyone, after these rough outings recently, I think is more than willing to step up today, even if they might be a little bit tired.
Of the year.
Yeah, I know he was feeling some pressure. You know, he's not the kind of guy who's going to let it show. But coming into this year, you know, it's a tough weight to carry coming in, and everyone's calling you the guy. And you know, after the season he put on last year, 30 innings pitched, 3 ERA, flat, you know, he was going to have that expectation. And obviously, with those numbers, he was going to be at the back half of games. Struggled early and has just really come into his own, has just dropped his season numbers to, you know, we almost thought, you know, I mean, maybe it was just me and I didn't say this out loud because he's my roommate. Almost thought his ERA was unrecoverable. But to this point, he's done a great job at re-solidifying himself as that back half of the bullpen for these Wildcats with the ability to go with some length. And here today, he showed all 3 pitches are working at the right time, and hopefully he can carry that success over into the rest of the games that those Wildcats will hopefully be able to play.